The Nigerian Labour Congress has rejected recent calls for the country's assets to be sold as a way to stem the current economic recession. Speaking at a news conference in Abuja, NLC President Ayuba Waba said the union remains firm on its resolve to fight off calls to sell national assets. Waba expressed worry over the impending consequences of such actions.
Sale of our commonwealth and strategic assets is not a move certainly in the right direction. And all Nigerians must have the courage to point this out. The decision can be likened to a farmer who is proposing to sell his farmland because of drought to feed his family. That is the logic and analogy of what we are proposing, or our government is proposing as a country. Clearly, the major problem in Nigeria today is that it's only the poor and the working class that are paying the correct tax. People evade tax, and I think clearly the Panama paper link have clearly shown us what has been happening. In fact, Nigeria is a tax haven. And I think that had been collaborated further by the Thabo Mbeki report, AU report, on illicit financial flow out of Africa. That report said conservatively about $50 billion is taken out of Africa annually through tax dodging, tax evasion, and deliberately people given waiver. And we know who are those benefiting from waiver that have put us into such a situation. So it must be situated within our argument that we have a lot of options that can be addressed and that can be situated within this argument. And I've tried to put one across to all of us, that if the high and the mighty and everybody is able to pay tax, we are certain, because Lagos have shown a good example, that where people pay correct tax, it is possible for us to have enough to drive our economy. And therefore, it is one option that I think government should consider. We are therefore reinstating our position that we are opposed to the sale of those strategic assets in whatever guise in order to try to address challenges in the economy.
The Nigerian Labour Congress has also inaugurated a 10-man NLC ASU think tank committee on the current socio-economic challenges in Nigeria. Ayuba Waba, who is the president of the body, while addressing the committee, tasked them to come up with an alternative to the harsh economic realities in the country. He suggested that the alternative must be for the people and not an alternative that will compound the lot of the citizens.
The situation we have passed through in the past. I remember the fight against SAP, Structural Adjustment Program, which was similar to what we are passing through today. A lot of options were brought to the table, and I think we raised to the challenge by bringing forth alternative that is pro-people. It is therefore my honor and privilege to announce that the following members, 10 of them, will actually represent the interests of the working class by coming up with alternative development agenda. So let me go through the list. I have on the list Dr. Dipo Fashino, Professor Toye Olorinde, Dr. Mohammed Amin Aliyu, Dr. Muntaka Usman, Dr. Isaac Ngogogu, Dr. Yemisi Bangoshe, Comrade Isa Aremu MNI, Mr. Sonny Atunga, Dr. Peter Ozoison, and the secretary is Comrade Hawa Mustafa. So, comrades, it is my honor and privilege to therefore, on behalf of the working class, inaugurate this very important committee. I'm sure that the assignment is enormous, but looking at their caliber and also their pedigree and the philosophy they stand for, I'm sure that they will make all of us proud. So once again, I congratulate all of them. It is therefore my honor once again to pronounce that they stand inaugurated and the assignment takes effect immediately.
I want to thank the President of Congress for giving us this opportunity to address the crisis of our society, economic and social. We want to promise the Nigerian working people that we will do our best to deliver on this task. And we want to encourage Nigerian people themselves to begin to understand that there are alternatives.